Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's Atlantic Basin Tropical Update. So, we are watching Tropical Storm Tammy, which as of 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, Friday, October the 27th, has maximum sustained winds of 65 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 988 millibars, and northwesterly movement at 3 miles per hour. And more importantly, for my friends in the Caribbean, a new disturbance is expected to form across the Southwestern Caribbean with a 30% chance of tropical cyclone formation over the next 7 days, 10% chance of tropical cyclone formation over the next 48 hours. As of 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Friday, October the 27th, 2023, Western Caribbean Sea. An area of disturbed weather over the Southwestern Caribbean Sea is associated with a broad area of low pressure. Environmental conditions could support some slow development of the system during the next several days, while it moves slowly northward. So briefly looking at the cone for Tropical Storm Tammy, thankfully for my friends in Bermuda, Tammy is expected to curve to the east and eventually to the south over the next 5 days, and eventually dissipating by Wednesday afternoon. Now, taking a look at our 18Z run of the GFS model for our Caribbean system, as of this evening, just a disorganized blob of showers and thunderstorms with a lot of rain across the Caribbean. Going into tomorrow, the GFS doesn't really show much of anything, and just going to say in advance, the GFS doesn't really develop anything tropical across the Caribbean over the next 5 days. What the GFS does do is bring a whole lot of rain to the Caribbean over the next 6 days, especially across Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, and the Windward Islands. Looking at the European model for the potential tropical system, as we go into the next few days, the European model shows maybe some slight hints of something in the southwestern Caribbean. However, the European model is not really developing the system, and like the GFS, is bringing a slug of heavy rain across most of the Caribbean over the next 2 to 6 days. And looking at the Canadian model is pretty much showing the same thing as the GFS and European, not showing really any tropical development. The Canadian's actually showing a different, separate wave, possibly developing into the Sunday-Monday time frame, but like the other two models, nothing really tropical. However, towards the end of the run, around Wednesday, the Canadian does try to spin up something around Central America near Nicaragua and on Honduras, so we're going to have to watch that trend closely and makes a potential landfall next Thursday, November the 2nd. Now, regardless of tropical development, the whole Caribbean is going to be getting tons of rain over the next 6 days. Looking at our 6-day rainfall accumulations in the GFS model, areas like Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, Anguilla, across the Windward Islands through Guadeloupe, Dominica, into Martinique, St. Lucia, down through Trinidad, Tobago, and Barbados, you're going to be seeing widespread 3 to 6 inches of rain over the next 6 days. So make sure you're preparing for flooding across the Windward Islands and Hispaniola and Puerto Rico, and even down towards Central America, looking at a good 4 to 6 inches with pockets up to 10 inches with potential tropical development in the East Pacific as well. Looking at the European model is also bringing widespread 2 to 6 inches across Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, the Windward and Leeward Islands, into Hispaniola, Jamaica, Cuba, and Central America. And looking at the Canadian model is also bringing widespread 2 to 6 inches across most of the Caribbean islands and Central America. So regardless of development, make sure you're preparing for flooding if you live across pretty much most of the Caribbean islands over the next 6 days. Thanks for watching this evening's update on the Atlantic Tropical Basin. Please stay safe and have a wonderful evening, my friends.